Hey guys, War Machine here again. Got another video for you. And now that the summer patch is out, I'm sure you guys have seen some of the YouTube videos on the summer patch and what they all consist of and what you can expect out of the new summer patch. So I'm kind of going to do the same thing, but I want to kind of focus on maybe one or a few things that kind of aim more specifically about console. I know a lot of the guys that are the big YouTubers and stuff like that, and some of the videos that you guys may watch, they're PC players. And you know, they bring a lot of the stuff to their videos that are focusing mainly on PC, but I'm sure that some of the patches they brought out also pertain to all platforms. But one of the big ones I want to talk about, as you can probably tell in this video, is I want to talk about what they added was the vehicle sensitivity slider, which allows you to increase the sensitivity and decrease the sensitivity on your turret. Now this is huge for console, because PC's had this for a long time, and it's something that a lot of the console players have been plagued with. It was the slow, cumbersome turret speed, and it made it very, very difficult for a lot of the console players who really love vehicle-based playing to be able to track targets and to be able to whip around and kill guys that are trying to kill them with C4 or a helicopter that's flying overhead that can just whip around you and just nail you with the rocket pods and just destroy you, and you just couldn't get that turret around fast enough to actually turn around and get that kill. Well, now that they got this, it's made a huge difference. And what I wanted to do is I came on Operation Firestorm here and was messing around with the sensitivity to see how it was going to work out. And I can tell you, it makes it a lot easier to track air targets, especially the fast-moving ones, the jets. Before, I would use the AA every now and then again and would just kind of give up on shooting jets just because they were moving so fast and my turret would not able to spin around fast enough to even track them. And sometimes even with the helicopters, because if they came right at you, or if they came at you from an angle, you weren't able to whip that turret around fast enough. And I know I've said that already, but you know, it's something big and it's kind of important, and it just makes it easier. But what I will say is that it makes it a little bit more difficult to track the targets if you have that higher sensitivity, because you're using an analog stick as opposed to a mouse. So if you see some of the PC players, they're able to be a little bit more accurate and more consistent with the mouse as opposed to a thumbstick. But all in all, I think the turret sensitivity thing is something really, really great, and I think it's just going to be something that we're going to have to get used to. Just like everything, when they change something in a patch in Battlefield 4, you know, it might be a little bit difficult to use at first, but you know, once you play with it a little bit and you use it a little bit more, you'll get used to it and you'll find that you like it a lot better. So another thing that I want to talk about too is that they changed some of the stuff on the mobile anti-aircraft, and the reason why I kind of bring this up is because I'm using it in this video. So one of the things, they adjusted the overheat ratios to be more balanced between the 20 and 30 millimeter. So the 20 millimeter has better range and it's easier to use thanks to having faster bullets. So if you want faster bullets and you want to be able to not have to lead your target as much, go ahead and use the 20 millimeter. 30 millimeter has more consistent damage because it has lower speed. So if you're a little bit more accurate and you can stay on target a little bit better, 30 millimeter is going to be your way to go. Either way, it's going to have something you have to play with and try to figure out what you want to do to see what you like better. Another thing is they decreased the tracers. Now, I know this has been covered in other videos, but this is a huge, huge thing, because when they first introduced tracers, it was a nightmare. People hated it, and they weren't indicative to where your bullets were actually going, so it made it difficult to aim sometimes. Now it's a little bit more realistic, so it's every third round. So just like in real life, you know, I was in the military, so I know every third round's a tracer round because you want to be able to track your bullets and see where they're aiming. So that's one of the great things too. TV missiles, this is awesome because, you know, I like playing in vehicles, but I also like infantry, but one of the vehicles I like to use is the boat. And one of the big things I use in the boat is the TV missile. So now the great thing is that you can actually kill a soldier or infantry with a TV missile without having to roadkill them. So now you got some significant splash damage to your TV missile, which means you can actually kill enemy players with the TV missile without having to roadkill them. Another thing that's significant to Xbox and PC as well, actually, is the client-to-client damage, which means you're going to get a lot less trade kills. I know this has been mentioned before, but this is just kind of something going over my notes as I'm watching the footage and reading some of the stuff I'm looking at. Also, they reverted the jet physics back to the original setup, so if you're a jet guy and you like flying in jets and you're exclusive to jets, you're going to be happy because all the jets physics are back to what they used to be. Team balancer, that's one of the big things too. Now, I haven't really seen any servers to where I noticed a huge difference with the team balancer. I've still been on a couple teams where it's been stacked, and it's kind of frustrating, you know, especially like on Locker or Metro, and one team gets pushed all the way back to the spawn. It's just a nightmare trying to get out of there. So I haven't seen a whole lot with the team balancer. So Hopefully we'll see a little bit more. I don't know if it's something that just needs to be, you have to play a couple of matches with a lot of the same players, but that's what makes it kind of difficult, is because you got players coming and going throughout servers for all the time. So, you know, I guess it's supposed to be based on the player's skill level. Who knows? We'll see. They added the Zavad graveyard ship, the night map, which is actually a really fun map. But for me, it's one of those things where I can only play it like 1 or 2 times and you kind of get bored with it. But it's a great map. It looks fantastic. It's a lot of fun to play. You significantly have to change your play style on that map. It's a lot more campy. You have to be a lot more slow moving and really pay attention to your mini map and watch where you're going, because somebody can pop out of nowhere, because a lot of people will use suppressors on that map, which makes sense because you want to stay off that mini map so you can be completely silent and you can be that ninja. Another thing is they added the they changed a lot of the excuse me, searching for words here, I apologize. What they did was they changed a lot of the lock-on missiles. So gone are the days, hopefully, as they say, of you flying around in a helicopter and you pop your flares or your ECM and missiles are doing little circles around your jet and they end up exploding and doing damage anyways. That's awesome. One of the big things, if you're a console player, this is console exclusive, so everybody knows when you want to play with your buddies, you do the squad join, and then you're going through some of the servers or whatever, and some of your buddies leave or whatever, and you only got 1 or 2 in your squad. You can now actually leave the squad while you're in squad join. This is something really huge. So, you know, you don't have to leave the server and then rejoin the server to join another squad. That's something big. And you can also add the night operations to your quick match selections. That's kind of cool. So a lot of the stuff that's happened on the summer patch now is now, you know, in full effect, and a lot of people are noticing some of the things, some here and there. But I'm really happy overall with the summer patch, and I'm really glad they made some of the changes they did. They also made changes to the flashbangs. Thank God. You can no longer flashbang the hell out of someone and just be sitting there blind forever. That was one of the most annoying things, along with smoke and flir. I went into a server and I checked out a lot of the smoke and flir. Well, actually, let me revert that back. I apologize. That's another change that's going to be coming. I apologize. Let me retract that previous statement. They are going to change the smoke and flir in IRNV. You can still see through the smoke with a flir or an IRNV. I apologize, but what they are going to do is that you will still be able to see through smoke with a flir and IRNV, only at very extreme close ranges. As of right now, it's still the same, so I do apologize. I'm looking through my notes, and I apologize. I just kind of rambling on, and I just said something that I shouldn't have said because it's not true. So it's gonna be implemented probably in the fall patch, I'm imagining, but as of right now, it is not in the vanilla game. You can still see through smoke with flir and IRNV. But on that note, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, if you want to see something specific, please let me know. You know, I really enjoy making these videos, so if you can, please give me a like. If you want, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below what you like, what you don't like. Again, I apologize for the incorrect statement about the flir and the smoke. But until next time, guys, I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good day.